Okay, so the next section in this chapter that we will study is 2.3 on quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is a closed plane figure with 4 sides and 4 interior angles. The sum of the interior angles is 360 degrees. A diagonal of a polygon is a straight line segment joining any 2 non-adjacent vertices. We're going to be studying the perimeter and area of different quadrilaterals. Perimeter. The perimeter of any figure is the sum of the lengths of the sides. So in case of a quadrilateral, it's the sum of the lengths of the 4 sides. The area, well, in particular, we have to look at different types of quadrilaterals. A square. That's a quadrilateral where all 4 sides have the same length, and we'll call that length x. So the area is x squared. A rectangle has 2 sides with the same length that we will call the length, and 2 sides that we will call the width. And the area is length times width. A parallelogram has 2 sets of parallel sides. One side we will refer to as the base, and the height is the perpendicular distance between the base and its opposite side. We'll look more in depth at a diagram of this. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral in which one set of parallel sides and the other 2 sides are not parallel. The parallel sides we will refer to as base 1 and base 2. Trapezoids also have a height, and it is going to be described in a diagram coming up. Alright, here's one that you're probably very familiar with, a rectangle. A parallelogram in which intersecting sides are perpendicular, consisting of a length and a width, and the side opposite the length is also the length, and the side opposite the width is also the width. The area is length times width. In a square, all 4 sides have the same length, and the area is x times x, which is x squared. A parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. So this base is parallel to this base, and they have the same length. This side is parallel to this side, and they have the same length. And the perpendicular distance between the bases is called the height or the altitude. And this box shows that the height is perpendicular to the base, very much like it is in the triangle in the last section. The area of a parallelogram is base times height. A rhombus is a special parallelogram in which all 4 sides have equal length. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral that has 1 set of parallel bases, base 1 and base 2, and the other 2 sides are not parallel. Trapezoid also has a height that is the perpendicular distance between base 1 and base 2. The formula for the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height multiplied by the sum of the lengths of the 2 parallel bases, base 1 plus base 2. Here's a practice. If you would like to pause the video and practice finding the area of this parallelogram. Try to ignore any information in this diagram that you don't need. Okay, so area of a parallelogram is base times height. We need to determine in this case which is the base and which is the height, and what value do we not need in this case. So if this is the height is described as 12.6 millimeters. It is perpendicular to this base Alright, so if this is the height, then the base is the side that is perpendicular to it, which is here, which also has the same length as the other side that's perpendicular to that, or parallel to it, which is 27.3. So this is the length of base we want to use. This would be the length of this slanted side, which is not necessary for this problem. So area is base times height, 27.3 millimeters times 12.6 millimeters, 343.98 millimeters squared. If we want to round that to 3 significant digits, same as the values that we started out with, and that's 344 millimeters squared. Here's another one for you to practice. Find the area of this trapezoid labeled A, B, C, D. Pause the video and use the formula for area of a trapezoid. Alright, so area of a trapezoid is half the base times the height, half the height times base 1 plus base 2, or this could also be 1/2 h, which it is in the other way I had the formula. It can be written both ways though, so I thought I'd show you both. So the height is 6 centimeters divided by 2, or half of 6, multiplied by the sum of the parallel bases, so 12 plus 5. 6 over 2, which is 3, times 17, 51 centimeters squared. Alright, here's a suggestion for some homework, and that's it for quadrilaterals.